FAQs about Waldsteinia fragarioides. Waldsteinia fragarioides, commonly known as Barren strawberry, is a hardy ground cover with vibrant yellow flowers. Its strawberry-like foliage adds beauty to gardens, but it doesn't produce edible fruit. Over the years, I've found this plant to be an incredibly useful and low-maintenance addition to my garden. Let's dive into some of the most frequently asked questions about this interesting plant. What is Waldsteinia fragarioides? Waldsteinia fragarioides is a perennial plant native to North America. It belongs to the Rosaceae family and is often mistaken for a wild strawberry plant due to its leaves. However, unlike strawberries, it does not bear fruit. Instead, it offers small, bright yellow flowers in the spring. It's an excellent ground cover option for woodland areas or shaded gardens and thrives in various conditions. How to care for Waldsteinia fragarioides. Caring for Waldsteinia fragarioides is quite simple, which is why I enjoy having it in my garden. It prefers well-drained soil, but it's adaptable to various soil types. While it grows best in part shade, it can also tolerate full sun and deeper shade, making it versatile for different spots in the yard. Regular watering helps it establish, but once it's settled, Waldsteinia fragarioides is drought-tolerant, requiring minimal attention. Can Waldsteinia fragarioides grow indoors? Unfortunately, Waldsteinia fragarioides is not well suited for indoor growth. It's a plant that thrives outdoors where it can spread freely as ground cover. Indoor environments typically don't provide the space, sunlight, or air circulation it needs to flourish. If you want an indoor plant with similar aesthetics, consider something like the spider plant or pothose, which are more adaptable to indoor conditions. Is Waldsteinia fragarioides rabbit-resistant? Yes, Waldsteinia fragarioides is rabbit-resistant. This is one of its most appealing qualities for me as a gardener, especially in areas where rabbits are common. I've found that while other plants in my garden might suffer from rabbit nibbling, Waldsteinia stays untouched. Its resistance to deer and rabbits makes it an ideal choice for low-maintenance landscapes where wildlife is a concern. What to plant with Waldsteinia fragarioides? Waldsteinia fragarioides pairs well with other shade-tolerant plants. I've had success planting it alongside hostas, ferns, and astilbes. It creates a nice ground cover that complements taller, shade-loving perennials. If you're looking to create a diverse woodland garden, combining Waldsteinia with these plants can create a beautiful layered effect. How to propagate Waldsteinia fragarioides. Propagating Waldsteinia fragarioides is straightforward. The easiest method is division, which I usually do in early spring or fall. Simply dig up the plant, divide the root ball, and replant it in a new area. Waldsteinia spreads via rhizomes, so it will naturally fill in spaces over time. I've also had some luck with seed propagation, but division tends to be quicker and more reliable. Are Waldsteinia fragarioides toxic to pets? One common concern I often get asked is whether Waldsteinia fragarioides is toxic to pets. The good news is that it's not. I have dogs, and they've shown no interest in the plant, and even if they did, there's no harm in them being around it. This makes it a safe option if you have pets that like to roam around your garden. What are the benefits of Waldsteinia fragarioides? There are numerous benefits to growing Waldsteinia fragarioides. Besides its aesthetic appeal, it's excellent for erosion control thanks to its dense, mat-forming growth. It's also low maintenance and resistant to common garden pests like deer and rabbits. I love using it as a ground cover because it suppresses weeds, making my gardening chores much easier. Where to buy Waldsteinia fragarioides? If you're wondering where to buy Waldsteinia fragarioides, many online nurseries and garden centers offer it. I've found success in purchasing from reputable online retailers that specialize in native plants. Local garden centers or plant swaps might also carry it, especially if you live in an area where it naturally thrives. Make sure to check that the source provides healthy plants to avoid introducing pests or diseases into your garden. Waldsteinia fragarioides versus Ternata. What's the difference? One common point of confusion is the difference between Waldsteinia fragarioides and Waldsteinia ternata. Both species are used as ground covers and have similar leaf shapes. However, Waldsteinia fragarioides is native to North America, whereas Waldsteinia ternata is from Europe. I've grown both and noticed that Waldsteinia fragarioides prefers more shade and handles cold winters better. In contrast, ternata tends to be more vigorous and spreads faster in milder climates. Common problems with Waldsteinia fragarioides. Like any plant, Waldsteinia Fragarioides can face a few issues, although it's generally trouble-free. One problem I've encountered is leaf spot in areas with poor air circulation or too much humidity. To avoid this, make sure to plant it in well-drained soil and avoid overhead watering. Aside from that, I haven't seen any major pest or disease issues, making it a reliable option for gardeners of all skill levels. Can Waldsteinia Fragarioides be grown as ground cover? Yes, and in fact, Waldsteinia Fragarioides is one of the best ground covers I've used in my garden. It spreads relatively slowly compared to more aggressive ground covers, but once established, it creates a lush, dense mat of foliage. This makes it perfect for controlling erosion or filling in shady areas where grass struggles to grow. Is Waldsteinia Fragarioides invasive? No, Waldsteinia Fragarioides is not invasive. I've grown it in several areas of my yard and found that while it spreads via rhizomes, it doesn't take over the garden like some other ground covers. It's relatively easy to manage, and its slow, controlled spread makes it a safe choice for most gardens without the risk of it becoming a problem. In conclusion, Waldsteinia Fragarioides is a fantastic plant for gardeners looking for a low-maintenance, rabbit-resistant ground cover that adds beauty to shaded areas. It's easy to care for, safe for pets, and beneficial for erosion control. Plus, it's readily available for purchase both online and in garden centers. Whether you're looking to fill in a shady spot or just add some bright spring color to your yard, Waldsteinia Fragarioides is a great choice.